The NBA has been thinking about adding new teams to the league. So, which cities should be in that expansion team? If you guys haven't already seen, I did a part 1 video that you can check here in the top right corner where I talked about the pros and cons of adding NBA teams, a new NBA team to the league. And now in part 2, which I told you guys already was going to happen, I will be talking about the cities that should be added to the league and which cities deserve it more than others. I have a total of 7 with my top 5, we'll say, and then my honorable mentions. But before we get into all of that, let's hear that intro. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another What's Next on Basketball YouTube video. I am your host, as always, Jeremy, and today, as you already saw in the intro, we will be doing Should the NBA Add New Teams to the League Part 2. That probably won't be the title of the video. I'm sure I'll say something else for the title, but this is Part 2 of that video, and as I said in the intro also, I'm going to be talking about the cities that I think deserve to be on the list when it comes to, where the teams should go, when it comes to the city they should be a part of. And I have a total of 7 here. I have my top 5, and I said in intro like my quote-unquote top 5 because it's not in a particular order when it comes to the cities. It's just that was the top 5 teams that I chose. When it comes to the honorable mentions, I mean, the name says it for itself. It was just 2 cities that I believe should be on the list, but it's just I didn't have space for them because I wanted to say top 5. So they will also be on here. They both deserve it. It's just I thought the cities deserved it a little bit more than them. And yeah, definitely let me know how you guys feel about it. Before I get into these cities as well, make sure to hit that like button, comment down below, share this video with others, and subscribe if you haven't already. It's free and it helps me a lot as well, helping the channel grow. Our goal is to our next milestone, I'll say, is to try and hit 100 subscribers. So that would really mean a lot if you guys could help me there. Ooh, voice crack. But that would mean a lot if you guys could help me. So yeah, without further ado, let's just get started with the video. So we'll start off with obviously talking about the honorable mentions when it comes to, the list. The first team we have on here when it comes to honorable mentions is Baltimore. I said team. Cities, I meant to say. Sorry, I don't know why I keep saying teams. But the first city we'll talk about is Baltimore. So I do have a book here, like right here, that you guys will see me like looking down. So I apologize if that does annoy you guys. Definitely let me know if you would prefer me just memorizing my script. If you don't like me just like looking down a couple times just to see my little like points that I have on here. But until then, I'm just going to be, you'll see me looking down a couple times. So the reason why I put Baltimore is mainly because they used to have a basketball team in the NBA when they were called the Baltimore Bullets, but then the Bullets moved to Washington in 1973. So it's been a while since the city has had a basketball team, a pro basketball team, we'll say, and I really do think they deserve to have one. It's been shown already how Baltimore can have good professional teams with the Baltimore Orioles and the Baltimore Ravens that are both having huge success right now in their respective leagues. So it definitely doesn't seem like they would have trouble with that since they already shown they can be successful. The area overall when it comes to Baltimore, the city area, is also pretty big enough to have a good market, which would definitely be an interest to the NBA and give them a higher chance of the NBA considering them as a place, because obviously with another city that I will mention in the honorable mentions, I said how because of how small the area and the market is, it just wasn't a good city. And but that's not the case for Baltimore. Baltimore has a very good market, and I think would definitely be an interest to the NBA. The other thing I said on here as well is just Baltimore has a very rich history with their basketball history and culture, having, a couple players like Carmelo Anthony, Wes Unseld, Muggsy Bogues, Rudy Gay, just, to name a couple guys that were born in Baltimore. And again, that is another cool thing to see there. I'm sure fans like that would be happy to know about their, players like that. Um, the other thing I said on here, just like many other cities that I'll be mentioning on the list as well, they have a very loyal fan base, So they wouldn't have to worry about things like the arena not selling out, not getting like people to buy season passes or, for the whole season and stuff. So they'll definitely get money in for that, the arena. And that will also be beneficial to the NBA because they'll also get money in, getting more fans in, and it would just be cool for people in Baltimore that get to root for another team, because I heard that since, they usually root for, they don't really have a team to root for in the NBA, so it would just be cool for that city to have, another team. And that's all I will really say about that. But that's, the reason why I put it on honorable mentions. The next team that I put for honorable mentions is actually the city of Pittsburgh. So this city has a very, big sports fan base. So a city like this would definitely be great for the NBA to add. Not to mention that Pittsburgh is in Pennsylvania, and we already have a team in Pennsylvania, so we could have another kind of like rivalry city with Pittsburgh and Philadelphia. So that would be pretty cool to see them go toe to toe, and just see a rivalry like that happen. I'm sure that'd be a great rivalry. Um, they also have three major sports teams already in the city. So this team has a good chance, just like I said with Baltimore, has a good chance in succeeding, since we've already seen in other sports that they can succeed. Like, it's, that's how I kind of look at a lot of these cities, is if you already have teams from different sports that are having huge success, that are having good players there, that have a good fan base. That was definitely a point I made, and you'll see that a lot on here for a lot of cities. Another reason that I said that they should be, another reason on here as to like, not like another reason, but the main reason why they were an honorable mention is, again, that I already said when I was talking about Baltimore. They have a very small market, and because of that, there's a good chance the NBA might not look at them as like a number one option, because they're looking to find cities that have a very big market, a good market that would immediately get the NBA money right away. So that's the only downside about Pittsburgh and why I think they don't have the best chance, and that's kind of why I put them in the honorable mentions. But Pittsburgh overall would definitely be a cool city, just because of how great the other teams are in the other sports. And I'm sure the people in Pittsburgh would love to have a team in the NBA. But that's all I really said about Pittsburgh. It's a great city. Um, Definitely is another one of those cities I think has like good attraction around it too, that would get people interested, because people love going to Pittsburgh, at least from what I've heard. So definitely would be an interest for tourists and fans to go and fly over there for games. And of course that too, with their very loyal fan base. Again, another city that wouldn't really have to worry too much when it comes to not selling out tickets. Now, we're going to move on to my top 5. Again, this is not in any order whatsoever. These were just the 5 cities that I believe should have like probably the best chance in getting a team in the NBA. And I'm not sure how it will work, but I'm assuming Adam Silver would just add like one team to each conference. So I guess it'll be 2 new teams. But yeah, so again, I don't know who it will be. These are my guesses. So the first team we'll talk about is an obvious one, and one of the 2 cities that I think still, as of recording, has the highest chance of getting added to the league, and it's Seattle. I don't really think I need to explain too much as to why Seattle should be a part of the league. Seattle used to have a team in the NBA before called the Seattle Supersonics, and was a very fan favorite amongst all the fans, not just like in the city, but in the whole country. Everyone loved the Supersonics, and it was a real disappointment when they ended up moving to Oklahoma City, and they changed the name and everything. So it really sucked there. And ever since then, the A lot of fans have been hoping that one day Seattle will get a team again, and it seems like Seattle's now at a good point where I feel like they could be financially okay to support an NBA team and could maybe get one again. So that's why I think they do have one of the highest chances of being added to the team, and it would just be really cool just to see the Supersonics again. Again, I'm not sure if they'll just call them the Supersonics or to do a new name, but if it is the Supersonics, that would be cool to also start like a kind of like a rivalry with Oklahoma City. I'm sure fans would love to see something like that. And with a city like Seattle, you already have like a player such as Kevin Durant, who has said before in interviews that he would love to play in Seattle again since he was drafted there. Now, I'm not saying he'll immediately just leave Phoenix and go to Seattle, but at least you know that players like him, and I'm sure many, many more, that would love to play in Seattle, and especially for the Supersonics. So you wouldn't have to worry too much when it comes to bringing stars in to the city, and I think it'd just be a huge success, especially for fans. I'm sure fans would definitely want to buy tickets to see that team again, and I just think this would be very beneficial to the league when it comes to like their financial stuff, because obviously you have to look into that as well, because you have to make sure that this is not just good for the city and the fans, but this is also good for the league, and but which is why they'd be interested in buying them. So you just gotta make sure of that stuff. The next team I'm going to talk about, well, this will be number 4 with the teams, is Kansas City. So this city apparently in the past has already tried to become a NBA team, but it just was never in their cards. But they might have a high chance now, especially these days with the Kansas City Chiefs just being really, really good, having someone like Patrick Mahomes and just how great they are. So I definitely think they have a high chance of being an NBA team. They have a very good city, a very loyal fan base. Um, just another city that has like great attractions and a place I feel like tourists would love to go to. So that would be cool to see. I'm not sure how it would be with like the NBA players if they want to go there or not, but I'm sure they could figure that out. And they used to have a team though, way, way, way back, like in the 19, what was it? I think it was the 50s or the 60s. I didn't write the year down. I apologize. But they used to be called like the Kansas City Kings until the Kings moved to Sacramento a while later. I don't remember the year. I apologize for that. But the Kings used to be in Kansas City, so they used to have a team there, and they ended up moving to Sacramento. So it's not like they're new to having an NBA team. So at least they have some experience, even though it's been decades since the last time they had one. But still, they have experience. And the biggest thing of all when it comes to Kansas City and why they should add a team there is because of Taylor Swift. Now, I'm not a big fan of Taylor Swift. She has some good songs, some really, really good songs, and I can't deny that. But with her dating, I believe his name is Travis Kelce. I'm not very big on NFL, so I apologize. But I believe his name is Travis Kelce. And if you follow ESPN on any social media, then I'm sure you've seen Taylor, Travis Kelce, and the Chiefs many, many times. They have just been milking the whole Taylor Swift thing. And if there's a team in Kansas City, I'm just saying Taylor Swift likes Kansas City now, so there's a chance you can bring her over to the NBA, which would definitely bring eyes onto the league and bring all the Swifties over there because they'll buy every single ticket. So that'll help you as well with selling out tickets to the arena. I'm just saying that could help a lot. I think it'd be a big brain move by the league. It would get a lot of attention and a lot of eyes on the city and the product. I think it'd be cool. Just saying. All right, now we're moving on to the top 3 teams. The top 3, yeah, the top 3. So next, we're actually going to talk about Mexico City. So the reason why I said Mexico City is because the NBA has said in the past that they would like to reach, more countries and stuff for the league to get known more worldwide. And what better way to do that than add another country team to the league? Now, if I'm correct on this, there's only 2 countries that are a part of the NBA league, and that is the United States, obviously, and Canada, which has the Toronto Raptors. So I think it'd be a good idea to let's just keep staying in North America and try to get all the countries over here. And it's also not like Mexico is new to this sort of stuff with the NBA. They've had many games in Mexico City for the NBA, whether it was like the preseason, regular season, and they've had a huge success with those games and have been very popular in amongst the people in Mexico City. So that is already a great sign. And Adam Silver has said that he feels like Mexico will be basically the gateway into Latin America and getting more fans from there. So that's definitely something the NBA has definitely had their eyes on and thinking about doing. And they already have a team in Mexico. Now, it's not in the NBA like main league, it's in the NBA G League, but still, Mexico, that shows that Mexico is already familiar with having a team in the league, somewhat. So I'm sure the NBA has definitely been keeping their eyes on that city and has been thinking about it. And I have no doubt in my mind that Adam Silver would definitely try to do something like that, where he'll be like, yeah, let's just add Mexico City since we've already had experience with the city, and it'd be pretty easy for them. And I'm sure fans would love it. You could have someone like Trae Young be a part of Mexico City since the fans love him down there and he loves Mexico City. So it would be very beneficial to them. And I think that's all I really want to say. Yeah, it's just, I think Mexico definitely has a good chance in being one of those cities that get a team. Now, the second to last team that I'll talk on here about is Vancouver. So, Vancouver in the past used to have a team called the Vancouver Grizzlies, and then the Grizzlies moved on to Memphis. So, it's been a while since Vancouver has had an NBA team, and I do think Canada deserves to have a second team. The Toronto Raptors have shown a lot of success amongst the Canada fans, and why not just have another team there for the fans to root for? That helps bring more fans in from Canada, more from a different country, more eyes on the product again. All that they all have the same factors when it comes to these cities. I have the same points because that's what the league is looking for, and these cities have that. Vancouver, let's see what else I said on here. Again, like I said, I think Canada just deserves it. They've had experience already before with an NBA team in the late 90s, early 2000s, as I said before, the Vancouver Grizzlies. So that would be cool there. And now the city is definitely a lot better when it comes to financially supporting their teams, having success of their other sports franchises in the MLS, NHL, and the CFL leagues. So they know they'll definitely be okay financially. I think we should definitely give them another chance. Again, I do think it'd be great to have another Canada team. And who knows, since it's a Canadian NBA team, maybe Drake will appear. I don't know. Maybe he's loyal and he'll stay with Toronto. But I'm just saying, they could try Vancouver. Maybe Drake will be there. Hey, I'm just saying this could benefit them. I'm just trying to give the NBA ideas of how to make a lot of money. But yeah, that's what I would say for Vancouver. The last team that I'll talk on here, last but not least, is another obvious city that has definitely been up there. I think it's number one right now for the highest odds in becoming a new NBA team. And they were the city that the NBA chose for their in-season tournament. They've had a lot of success there already with games and stuff. And the Summer League, I think they have it in the summer. I think Summer League is in that city. I could be wrong on that, but it's Las Vegas. Las Vegas is the final team that I'll talk about on here. Las Vegas has become a very big attraction with the sporting community, the sporting world, with many teams there like NFL, NHL, and the WNBA with the Aces, who just, if I remember correctly, I think it was this past season for the WNBA where the Aces won. So they've already shown that they can make huge success in the basketball world. And the WNBA is a part of the NBA, so the NBA has experience with Las Vegas, and not only with like a league, but they just had the in-season tournament, which was a huge success. And Adam Silver has already said that they will definitely have it again next season for the in-season tournament, and it looks like it'll definitely be in Las Vegas. So why not put a team there? You've already shown it's had a huge success. It's a very big fan favorite, and it's Las Vegas, so definitely get a lot of tourists there and stuff. Like, you have somebody that's going to Las Vegas and they'll be like, hey, let's go see the Las Vegas Spades, we'll say. I don't know what they'll call them, but I'm assuming it'll be something with like cards or something. So we'll say, we'll go to Las Vegas Spades and go see a game. And someone will be like, yeah, sure. So like, they're basically a guaranteed sellout arena every single night. it would be the best idea for the NBA to do Las Vegas, and I'm very confident that Las Vegas will be one of the two teams that the NBA adds. Um, let's see, they'll get a lot of money from Las Vegas that'll help them financially. And another big thing that I'll end off with Las Vegas, it's down to the NBA stars. When it came to the in-season tournament, a lot of teams took it very seriously because they said, I want to go to Las Vegas. So that already tells you that I'm sure there's a lot of NBA players that would not mind signing a contract with Las Vegas if they had the chance. So you already know that's going to be a very attractive spot for superstars. So you don't have to worry about that, trying to bring superstars into the team. Overall, it would just be a great idea. Out of all the cities I have down on here, Las Vegas for me is definitely the one that seems like the best and most successful idea to do if you were to add them as a team. And that's all I really have to say about Las Vegas. Adam Silver, if for some reason you're watching this video, please make sure Las Vegas is one of those teams. You will have huge success of that team. You've already seen the success in the WNBA and how great it could be. And you've already seen in in-season tournament how much the fans love it. So you got to do it. But that will be the end of this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if there's any cities that you feel like should try to get a team. And of course, you can write down your explanations as to why. I'll read the whole thing, even if it's like 10 pages long. I'll definitely read your guys' points. But also let me know how you feel about the cities that I chose. Do you feel like I made good points for the cities? Is there something about a city you feel like wouldn't be good, and why? Just tell me why you feel like it wouldn't be a good choice for the NBA. But yeah, again, that'll be the end of this video. Hope you guys all enjoyed. Make sure to stay tuned for episode 15 of the What's Next on Basketball podcast. It should be uploaded either Friday or Saturday. I will be doing the recording tonight, but I don't think I'll get it done in time to upload it the same day because I'm uploading this on Thursday, and I'm going to try to put a lot of focus on this video to try to get it done tonight. So I might end up having to push the episode to Friday. So I apologize for that if you're waiting for episode 15. I got many more videos coming along the way. I apologize if it feels like I've been kind of slow in the beginning of the year because I had a couple videos in the very beginning of January. Now it feels like I'm kind of slowing down here in the middle of the month. But again, our goal is to hit 100 subscribers. That's our next milestone. And as always, I am your host, Jeremy. This is the What's Next on Basketball YouTube channel, and I am signing off. Make sure to subscribe, like, share the video, and the most important thing, have a great day, everybody.